Watch the Powerball drawing live tonight here on TV23. News, weather, and information from TV23 Studios in Sublette. This is High Plains Today.
Hi, everybody. It is Wednesday, January 13th, 2016. Welcome to High Plains Today on TV23. On today's show, I will be joined by Drew Wechter and Miss Elise Molstead. They're with Pioneer and Southern Pioneer Electric. They got a couple of big deals going on. They got a trip going on to Washington. They got scholarships. They got all kinds of stuff. In the meantime, let's take a look at some stuff that's happening out there. Well, at approximately 2:30 yesterday afternoon, Seward County first responders were called to Grondike Transport in Liberal. A possible explosion was reported. Now, at least 3 men were seriously burned when a tanker truck exploded. Battalion Chief John Steckel of the Seward County Fire Department said there's damage to the building and there's one tanker truck inside that's damaged. Other than that, we'll have to investigate further for structural damage. Now, the Southwest Medical Center in Liberal told KSN that 3 employees of Grondike were transported by helicopter to the Via Christi St. Francis burn unit in Wichita with 2nd and 3rd degree burns. Those men are reported to be in critical but stable condition. An investigator from the Kansas Fire Marshal's office is in Liberal. A Dodge City man has been sentenced to nearly 4 years in prison after pleading guilty to driving under the influence of alcohol, which led to the death of a woman. 23-year-old Nicholas Andrew Rodriguez was sentenced to 42 months in prison for an involuntary manslaughter charge and an additional 6 months for a criminal trespassing charge. Now, the sentences will run concurrently. Rodriguez was arrested in October of 2014 after an incident in which he drove under the influence of alcohol, leading to the death of 24-year-old Diana Soto. And after a delay to his attorney filing a motion for a new trial, the man convicted in December of 2015 of hanging a Liberal woman last January has been sentenced. Now, after a bit of legal maneuvering, Judge Brad Ambrosier handed down a sentence of 272 months. Now, that's an equivalent of 22 years and 8 months in prison in the case against Forrest Everett for 1 count of 2nd-degree murder. Monday, Ambrosier turned down 2 of the issues brought up by Razmi Tarikali, the attorney for Everett, in which the lawyer claimed the family of Andrea Garrison, the woman who Everett killed, was displaying images through pictures and even T-shirts with the victim's face in an attempt to influence the jury in the case. Christmas afternoon, the Texas County Sheriff's Department was requested to check the welfare of an elderly woman and her son in the 500 block of Cottage Grove in Tyrone, Oklahoma. No one had heard from the two since Thanksgiving. A deputy sheriff and emergency medical crews responded to the scene and found an 83-year-old Janet Imler and 57-year-old Doug Sheldon dead inside the home. Now, from the condition of the bodies, it appeared the two had been deceased for several weeks. Information gathered at the scene and interviews with family members indicate Sheldon was working on the home's heater around the time of the deaths. Autopsy results will provide much more detail about the cause of death. And Governor Sam Brownback called school districts' use of money inefficient, if not immoral, and waded into national controversies over refugees and Planned Parenthood in his annual State of the State address yesterday. He did not mention the state's budget deficit, an omission that even some members of his own party complained about after the speech. One major state issue that Brownback did address at length was the creation of the new school finance formula. He called on the legislature to increase the percentage of funding that goes directly to classroom instruction, to institute merit pay for teachers, and to expand tax credits that partially fund private schools. And so it begins. Well, tonight's Powerball jackpot has now reached an estimated $1.5 billion. And that gives you a chance at winning of 1 in 292 million. Now, don't forget that you can see live right here on KDGL TV23. The number's drawn at 9:59 p.m. Good luck. And that's a look at some of the happenings out there. We're going to be back with pretty much a warm forecast after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV23 with host Chris Jewell. TV23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here, 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 and here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 110 children is diagnosed with autism. That's a 600% increase in the last 20 years. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
And welcome back as we look to the northeast here in Sublette off the TV23 tower cam. You can see way out there, there's a few high clouds, but other than that, it's pretty doggone nice out there. Lots of sunshine as we take a look at the readings here at the station. And there goes our friend the fly. 47 degrees, relative humidity 43%. Winds are out of the west-southwest at 3 miles an hour, so it's pretty doggone pleasant out there. Barometric pressure is falling. As we look at the temps around the region, you can see everybody is in the 30s and 40s. Hayes and Elkhart would be the hot spots as they're closing in on getting up to 50 degrees. Right now, the current dew points, everybody pretty much in the 20s and 30s. That's why the relative humidity is so low. Not bad. Looking at our current wind speeds out there, not a lot of wind today. It is going to be really pleasant, especially if you're in Medicine Lodge, because they're not reporting any. Find that hard to believe, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. As we look at our highs and lows as recorded at the Garden City Regional Airport, it got up to 50 degrees yesterday. 79 was the record back in 1953. 14 was the overnight low. 13 below 1963. So far, no new precipitation. We're still holding at 3/100ths for the year to date. As we look at our forecast today, 56 is going to be our high. Winds out of the west, northwest at 8. That's going to be pretty doggone nice. Tonight, not going to be as cold as it has been. 25 degrees for the low. Winds out of the south, southwest at 10. And then tomorrow, 58 degrees. Would not be surprised if we see 60 tomorrow. Winds are going to be out of the west, southwest at 14. Switching around later in the afternoon to the north, northwest. Yeah, a little breezy at 20 miles an hour. Tomorrow night, another not too bad, 26 degrees for the low. Partly cloudy, winds out of the north, northwest at 15. Then we look at our 7-day. Look at that. We're getting into still that chance of snow on Sunday, but the highs are going to pretty much be in the 40s and 50s. But as we close in on the weekend, there is a cold front sliding down, so we'll see what happens there. Otherwise, the lows are going to pretty much be hanging out in the 20s. That's a look at the weather. Stick around. Be back with the markets after this. Hi, I'm Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs at noon weekdays right here on TV23. Hey, do you think you have an idea for something that would make a great segment? Somebody that would make a great interview? What about a community event that needs highlighting? Let us know here at the station. Email us news@kdgltv.com.
This is the place.
Hi, Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs weekdays at noon right here on TV23. We talk about news, we talk about sports, we talk about weather, we're even going to talk entertainment. We'll have live guests right here on set with me. So, every day at noon, tune in, High Plains Today. We'll see you then.
Weekdays here on TV23.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
It's not his new group of friends. It's not the video games. It's not the neighborhood.
Mom, do I have to go to school today?
The biggest threat to your child's future could be you. Every day they miss, even in middle school, puts their graduation at risk.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
And welcome back. Hey, I can hear myself now. I couldn't before, but now I can. So that's a good thing. All right, I am now joined by Miss Elise Molstead. She is the Southern Pioneer Electric, and Mr. Drew Wechter, you are with Pioneer Electric.
Yes, sir.
You guys got some big things going.
Oh man, we sure do. We sure do.
You have a scholarship program going on.
Yes, sir.
Let's start with that.
Well, every year we offer our scholarship to our students, and this year we're actually excited. We have raised the amount up to $15,000 for both offices. So Pioneer Electric and Southern Pioneer Electric are offering $15,000 for our Southwest Kansas students to have the opportunity to continue their passions and follow on with secondary education.
Okay, so with these scholarships now, how much is each person eligible to receive?
It varies from office to office. Students that are in the Pioneer Electric service territory or in the Pioneer Electric area, they're up for $750 scholarships and $1,000 scholarships, while our Southern Pioneer friends have $1,000 scholarships up for grabs for them.
How come they get more? My microphone's not working, so Brian gave me this. I hope he can hear me now. How come they get more than $750 to $1,000? What's up with that?
It's just the way the system works. I mean, if it was our way, but our judges every year, they kind of have a role in how much money that we delegate to our students on the Pioneer side. And if they just feel we really have a bunch of outstanding kids, they like to spread the love a little bit.
So, okay, so you have a judges panel that goes through all the scholarship applications?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And
consisting of, you don't need to give me any names.
Well, I was going to say,
consisting of.
We have local people in the community that we just feel would be good representation. They maybe hold a higher office in the community or are a business owner, someone that has prominence in the community, and we get them on board, and they usually do a fantastic job in helping us decide who our scholarship recipients should be.
Okay, so, but in order to be eligible either with Pioneer Electric or Sunflower,
Southern Pioneer Electric.
Pioneer, Sunflower is another deal. Southern Pioneer, you have to live within one of those service areas, correct?
Yes, or attend one of the high schools that are in our service territories. And a full list of those can be found on our websites. For Pioneer, pioneerelectric.coop, and for Southern Pioneer, southernpioneer.net.
Those are pretty easy. So pioneerelectric.coop,
yes, sir.
C-O-O-P,
yep.
And then southernpioneer.net. Oh,
yep.
That one's easy too. Okay. All right. So what is the deadline for the scholarship so if people want to apply?
The deadline for them is February 1st, and all applications can be found online on those websites too.
Okay. And if they can't find them online or are having a problem, they can always give you guys a call.
Yeah, they can give us a call at our offices. Again, that information will be on our website too, or we have all that stuff posted on our Facebook page. So find us on Facebook, Pioneer Electric on Facebook or Southern Pioneer Electric on Facebook.
Okay. That's cool. So $15,000, that's nothing to sneeze at.
It's a pretty good chunk of change.
Yeah.
Pretty good chunk of change.
That's a good deal. All right, Drew, thanks.
No problem.
All right, Elise, now we're going to get over to you because you get to talk about the fun one.
Yes, I'm a little jealous.
All right, so this is called a youth tour 2015-16, right? And this starts in June, is that right?
Yes, so we have a youth tour program, and that consists of one application will qualify you to go on both trips. It will be one or the other. We elect 4 students each year. For Southern Pioneer, Pioneer Electric does 4 students as well that they take with them. And so these, in June, our trip is to Washington, D.C. It's very much a really amazing once-in-a-lifetime trip. The kids get to go to all the museums and the monuments, and they see more in that week than people who've lived in Washington, D.C. for several years get to see. The coordinators of that trip get them into places that the normal tourists to Washington, D.C. wouldn't see. They get to meet with our representatives at the Capitol, and then they get to hobnob and rub elbows with 1,500 other students who were also elected from their electric cooperatives across the nation. And the Kansas kids also get to travel with the Hawaii kids. So now they've got connections in Hawaii.
Yeah. Okay, Kansas and Hawaii, how does that tie together?
It's just
so
a
luck
relationship.
Of the draw.
It's just a relationship between the two, the Kauai Electric Cooperative and the Kansas Electric Cooperative, and they just like to travel together. And so
that's neat.
The kids get lays, and they get to learn how to do the hula dance, and so our Kansas kids kind of get a really special trip.
Okay, so unlike now, one thing we need to mention though is on the scholarships. Now that's for graduating seniors, correct?
Yes, sir. Graduating seniors.
Okay, but on the youth tour, that is for sophomores and juniors coming up.
Correct. And then so there's the DC trip in June, And then there's, in July, a trip to Steamboat Springs, Colorado, which is very much leadership-based. And they'll meet with kids from Colorado, Wyoming, Kansas, Oklahoma. And the kids there get to go see a coal power mine,
Really?
power generator.
Power generation plant up there.
And then they get to go whitewater rafting and all sorts of really fun, unique things. On the last day, they take them up on this glass gondola to the top of Mount Warner and give them this banquet dinner to say farewell.
How do I say? Can I sign up for any of this?
Yes, southernpioneer.net. You do have to be in 10th or 11th grade in our service territory, and that is for Pioneer and Southern Pioneer.
That sounds. I want to go.
It's really cool.
Could you sneak me in? I'd like to go on either one of those.
We could try. We could try.
Okay.
Might be a little difficult, but we could try.
So, how long has Pioneer and Southern Pioneer been doing this?
Pioneer's been doing it for quite a while. Southern Pioneer, it's been probably the last 5 or so years.
Oh, really?
Since Pioneer Electric, we became a wholly owned subsidiary of them. So we started offering the communities the same things that Pioneer does as well, or a lot of the same things.
Okay. So if you are a sophomore or a junior, you can sign up for the youth tours, and you can do that on either one of the websites also, right?
Correct.
PioneerElectric.coop and SouthernPioneer.net. And
super easy.
Super easy.
10
Super
minutes.
easy.
10 minutes with somebody looking over it. We just ask for you to put a paragraph in as to why you should be chosen to go. And the same with the scholarship application.
So we have judges for the scholarship. I mean, you have people that are looking. Do you do the same thing for the youth tour too?
Yep.
So you have judges that'll look that over also.
Yeah.
Okay. That's neat. I want to go. All right. So now the scholarships. Let's get back to those real quick.
Yes, sir.
Now the $750 to $1,000 scholarship. Now I noticed though you do have $1,000 scholarship available for somebody if they're going into power line technology. Is that right?
Sir.
That's kind of an offshoot of something, isn't it?
A little bit. If we have any students that are interested, and this is just for Pioneer Electric students that are interested in going off to school to go into power line technology or anything along those lines, we offer a $1,000 scholarship for them too. And that's completely separate from the $1,500 scholarships that we offer to all the other students.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. But this is something that somebody doesn't really want to look going on to a tour or a four-year school, and they're going to maybe get an associate's or something in power line technology.
Trade school, tech school, it's a good opportunity for them right there. And so if they are interested, all that information, it's the same form, scholarship form, as the other scholarship application. There's just one little check mark, and you check that, and that's the only difference.
How many of those are you guys going to give away for the power line technology?
It varies every year, and it's kind of dependent on how many people apply, and there's really, I don't want to say a set budget, but they do it in kind of increments of 1,000.
Okay, all right. And then on the tour, just 4 kids?
4 kids for Southern Pioneer, 4 kids for Pioneer Electric.
Okay.
And again, February 1st deadline.
February 1st. That's the important part. February 1st, you got to have your applications in. So remember, go to pioneerelectric.coop, and we'll put this up on our webpage today too, and on our Facebook page. And Southern Pioneer Electric, and everything you need to know is right there, right there.
Yep. Yes, sir.
This is a good deal. You guys got some good stuff going on. I wouldn't mind. I could use the scholarship. Because, Lord knows I need. And the tours sound fun. Do you get to go on the tours, Elise?
No, I haven't gotten to
sorry.
go.
I'm sorry. All right. Hey, guys, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you
really
so much.
appreciate it. This is a good program. Look this up. Check it out. And stick around. I'll be back with more right after this.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here. Here, 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 and here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
You realize that 49 million Americans struggle with hunger? That's 1 out of every 6 Americans. These people are around us every day. They're our friends, they're our coworkers, their kids go to school with our kids. Sometimes we're not even aware that they're struggling. This problem is closer than you think. So is the solution.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
And welcome back. Hey, you know what? West Virginia's formula for winning, going hard to the rim, to score, chasing after bad shots, and constantly pressuring opponents, has the Mountaineers off to their best start in 34 years. They're ranked number 11. And last night, 74-63, they upset the top-ranked Jayhawks right there in West Virginia. Jayhawks did not look good at all. Hey, the National Football League owners on Tuesday night approved the St. Louis Rams' plan to move to Los Angeles, and they gave the San Diego Chargers the option to join them. Now, the Chargers have first right of refusal. The NFL teams voted 30-2 in support of the team's proposal for a new, roughly $1.8 billion, hey, that's almost a lottery, stadium in Inglewood, which sits southwest of downtown LA. Now, the Oakland Raiders, who also applied for relocation, they withdrew their request. The vote marks a shift from initial team proposals to move to the nation's second largest media market. Now, the Chargers and the Raiders had proposed a $1.7 billion joint venture in Carson, backed by Walt Disney CEO Bob Iger. So the Chargers, they still haven't decided what they're going to do. The Raiders evidently are going to stay in Oakland. And the Rams, yep, they're out of St. Louis again, back to L.A. Well, let's take a last look at our weather before we get out of here today. Temperature's up 48 degrees right now. Relative humidity, 43%. Winds are still out of the west at 3 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is falling. As you can say, we're going to have lots of sunshine building up through Saturday. A little cool starting off on your day, Sunday, 39 for the high. There still is a 20% chance of precipitation in or around on Sunday. Other than that, though, not too bad. Lows are going to be pretty much in the 20s. Go out and make it a great day, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow. You want to see us on your cable?
The latest
Give your cable
information
company a call.
from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. People are people around here. That's how it is. It's so clear. Letting it show. I've been around the world, only to find what I already know. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah. This is the place.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.